Hello friends, how's it going? It's me, Betty Jean. In today's video, I did this full face get ready with me that you see right here. I love how this look came out and I'm excited to share it with you. I did play with some of the new singles from Odin's Eye that are launching, I think, tomorrow. I will have those details down below. And I did do, again, I mentioned this later in the video also, but I did do a whole swatch party with those singles, all 42 of them. If you want to see all of those, it's already posted on my channel. I also took some time to chat about my New Year's goals with you since we are in 2023 now, and I'm excited just to share them with you, chat with you, hear your goals as well, and it's gonna be a good time. Before we hop into it, let me give you my accessory details. Both of these necklaces are from Ana Luisa. These earrings are from Shop Sun & Co. This is a very old wig off of Amazon, and this is a CC brand beanie. So yeah, without further ado, let's just hop in, play with some makeup, and chat about our goals for 2023. Hello, my friends. Good morning. Well, it's morning for me. It might not be morning for you. I have my coffee. I have my spooky coffee. I think I got this mug. Where did I get this mug? I don't remember where I got this mug. No idea, but it's cute and wonderful and all things good. So we're just gonna do our makeup. At least I am. Maybe you are too. If so, let's do our makeup together. If not, throw me on as background noise. I did already prime before I did my brows so that the primer could sink into the skin as I do. I'm just doing the same combo that I did last Get Ready With Me. It's the combo I've been doing the last few weeks. Juno & Co. Moonshine Miracle Cream. Basically just a really thick moisturizer. I like to just throw this on as additional moisture, especially in the winter, because my skin can get even more dry. Threw on my Milk Hydro Grip primer, and then I topped it off with the e.l.f. Halo Glow liquid filter just to add a little bit of glow as well. And now we're just gonna hop right into concealer. I'm gonna use my Milk Makeup Flex one. I'm still using this one constantly. This is in the shade 3N. I'm skipping foundation today because I'm simply not in the mood for it. How are you doing? I can't believe we're in 2023. Well, we're not as I'm filming this. Today's the 30th. New Year's Eve, if you will. Did you do anything fun for New Year's? I would love to know. Pretty sure as of right now, my goal is to just do some errands tomorrow. Might go visit my grandma and then be back home before things get chaotic with traffic and people driving around and go to bed at a reasonable hour. And I am greatly looking forward to it. I figured today we could just kind of chat about our goals for the new year. I'm not necessarily like a make New Year's resolutions kind of person, but I do like to kind of think about some set goals. I like to write things down. It's been proven that if you write things down, you're more likely to achieve things. And I have some things that I'd like to do next year that I think could be possible. So I figured we'd chat about them. While I'm chatting, if I forget to mention something, it'll all be written in the description box as usual, but I'll try to mention what I'm using as I'm using it. I'm gonna set my under eyes with the Kaleidos Matte Illuminator in the shade Light. I'm using pretty much all Lethal Cosmetics brushes for my face. I would like to cook more next year. I don't eat out all the time, but I do find myself cooking the same meals all the time, and I have made it a mission, you've seen if you watch the vlogs, to try to play with my Instant Pot more and just experiment more with easy recipes. I've been slacking on that lately just with the holidays, but I do want to cook more in the new year, try new things, especially new simple things that can be good go-tos so that I don't feel bored and in a rut. Playing around with just like lots of nutritious things like veggies and stuff. I'm not in any way like going into like 2023 diet mindset. That is not my journey. I actually posted a Get Ready With Me at the beginning of the year talking about how over diet culture I am, so that is not anything you're gonna hear in this video. Diet culture just consumed so much of my life for so long. I've managed to make it through this whole year without like actively counting calories anymore, which has been really nice. Going in with my Sigma bronzer in the shade Light. And I do intend to do that next year as well. It's been really nice not having calorie counting consuming my life and just kind of getting more in touch with my body and when I'm hungry, eat kind of thing, and knowing what fuels my body, what makes me feel good, understanding that like carbs are not the enemy kind of thing. Like it's okay to have carbs, it's okay to have sugar, like our bodies need things like that. It's just kind of learning the balance and like what makes us feel good physically and also mentally, because sometimes you just need to have a giant bowl of pasta and then ice cream to follow, and that's okay. There's no moral value held on food. Food is neither good nor bad. Food is neutral. Food is food. Continue expanding on that journey next year and just learning what foods my body prefers. I mean, I did learn this year that my body actually does not like dairy very much, so I've been trying to cut back on that. I'm not 100% vegan or anything, and I do still go ham for some sour cream when we have taco night. I'll throw a little bronzer on my forehead, but I'm wearing a wig and beanie today, so I'm not super concerned. But yeah, that's kind of the idea. However, I do want to get way more in touch with my fitness level. Real quick, going in with the Dream Walk blush from Kaleidos. I just simply can't stop wearing this blush. It's my favorite blush right now. My father-in-law owns a martial arts school in my city, and he started doing kickboxing classes in May, and Zane and I have loved going. He does them on like Mondays and Wednesday evenings at 7, and I absolutely love it. It's like one of my favorite parts of the week. I love the community aspect. They're not like huge, overwhelming classes, but there's like other people there, and it's really nice to have that sense of community. And I'm an introvert. I definitely like my space. I like to be alone, but I do like having just some people to kind of, I don't know, expect to see there. It gives me a sense of purpose on going. I don't know if that makes any sense, but yeah, that's kind of how I feel about that. And I've been wanting to do more lately. And like, I can work out at home. I have a little treadmill. I have some weights. I can go on runs. I do want to run more in the new year as well. But I wanted more like group exercisey type classes. And I was actually talking to my father-in-law about that on Christmas. I was like, gee, it sure would be nice if you offered more kickboxing classes. I'd love to do a third or even a fourth one in the week. He's like, yeah, I'm working on it. Hopefully next year sometime. And then I was mentioning to him how early in 2022, I was looking into things like Orange Theory and F45. Orange Theory just kind of feels a little culty to me. I don't know how to explain it. It's just the energy that I get from the incessant phone calls for one. I looked into it one time, and for a while they called me like 3 times a day for months, and that turned me off more than anything. And then I realized we didn't have an F45 in our city. But as I was telling him this, he was like, oh, we actually just got an F45 recently, and it's very close to where I live, like a couple minute drive. It's wonderful. So that's been cool. I actually just did my 3rd day of the 3-day trial this morning. I woke up at 6 a.m. to go to the 6:30 class, and it's been so fun. Like, I'm sore, I'm achy, but it feels so good. F45 just stands for like functional training, and then the 45 is 45 minutes. So I like the class length, and it's just been really fun. Again, just to get kind of that community aspect, even though I'm not talking to anyone there, like we're all just doing our own thing. I don't know, it's nice having just that set class to just go to. They tell me what to do, and then I get to go home. Like, I don't have to think of my own workout. And I just want to get stronger in the new year. Again, this is not like diet motivated. I'm not going for like some unrealistic body image or anything like that. I just want to feel strong and powerful. And I'm really excited so far. Zane and I just signed up for the 10 class pack. They have like a few different packs. There's like unlimited, there's like, I don't know, like 2 classes a week, and then there's like just a 10 class pack. And we're starting with that one just because we do have the 2 kickboxing classes a week. So I think I'd like to just do like an additional 1, maybe 2 a week with the F45, and then maybe build from there. I'm not gonna like go in like 5-6 days a week of working out. No. I want to pace myself. And I also want to be able to dedicate like maybe 1 day a week to going on a run. I'd like to increase my stamina in that way. I'm gonna use my Freck XL for some freckles now. Long story short, I want to get stronger, work out more, but in a healthy way. I want working out and exercise to feel fun. I want it to feel therapeutic, and that's how the kickboxing classes felt for me. And that's what I want F45 to also feel like for me. So it's been really fun. It's been working out so far, and I'm really excited to continue going with it. I'd love to know if you take F45 or anything. Like, how long have you been taking it? Like, are you enjoying it overall? Has it made you feel happy and fulfilled? Let me know, because so far I'm really excited about it. I also really like doing this early morning class. Usually I wake up around 7 anyways, so waking up an extra hour early wasn't a big deal. And then I felt just really accomplished. Honestly, waking up like even earlier on a consistent basis, I wouldn't mind doing in the new year. Like maybe switching to even like 6:30 on the norm instead of 7. I think that could be nice. Like just that little extra time to just wake up, spend some time with myself, you know, all that good stuff. I'm gonna let that guy just sit for a little bit longer. I'm gonna be using some of my new Odin's Eyes singles in this look today. I just posted a swatch party video with all 42 like a couple days ago, and I think these launch on the 5th, like the day after this video goes up. I'm not entirely sure. I'll have that in the description box, but super excited about these, and I'm gonna use one of them as my face highlights. Actually, I'm gonna grab one from my other palette. I'm gonna use this one here called Ella. I'm so obsessed with this 125 brush from Lethal. It's just such a good, dense, tiny little fan brush. I was never a fan brush person until this. Ooh, that's cute. I want to continue working on my work-life balance. That was like my biggest goal for 2022, and I feel like I definitely got more in the swing of learning how to turn off work. For the longest time between doing YouTube and working in the salon, specifically my own salon studio, I've been treating both as like full-time jobs. Like there was a period of time there where I was working like easily close to 80 hours a week between both jobs, just because I wasn't sure how to navigate it and how to balance it. And I had this thing where I felt like I had to put in every hour I possibly could for both things ever. And it was becoming a little bit of a detriment to my mental health. It was not super fun and fresh for me. So this year I worked on that a bit more, just trying to balance it a little bit more. I cut my hours down in the salon just a little bit more, and I want to just continue working on that, finding ways to balance everything out so that I'm feeling fulfilled in multiple different ways. Because Zane and I were going on this rant recently where like, how are we like supposed to fit in like full-time job, sleeping full nights, eating 3 meals a day, having time for hobbies, working out if that's something you're interested in. Like, how are we supposed to have time for all this? And then not to mention chores. And like, Zane and I don't even have children and we don't want children. I don't know how anyone does it, but yeah. So I'm just gonna continue working on finding that balance, finding a good rhythm for myself. I'm thinking like adding more of these workout routines into my schedule will help with that, because I feel like having those kickboxing classes to count on twice a week was really, really helpful for me actually, because now I just know like do not work late in the night in the salon on Mondays and Wednesdays, and that's been really, really good for my mental health. So here's to hoping in the new year it'll continue to improve. I'm gonna set my face really quick with the Milk Makeup Hydro Grip, and then we'll move on to the eyes. All right, getting into the eyes and also kind of segueing into my next goal, I do want to use more older makeup. I felt really inspired about it during my declutter series. Of course, I'm still gonna be testing out new things, but I do wanna make it a mission to use older stuff. Like I have it specifically on my schedule now where like every few Instagram videos / TikToks, I use something a little bit older in my collection, or in Get Ready With Me's, it'll probably be a mixture of new stuff and older stuff. And I'm gonna use the Mary Jane palette that launched, I wanna say, was this 2021? I think this was 2021. So yeah, I'm really excited to bust this guy out. Maybe this was 2022 actually. I think this was early last year, but either way, this is a little bit older in my collection now at this point, because God forbid anything be older than 3 months and still be relevant on YouTube, my goodness. But yeah, I do wanna make it a mission to use older stuff. Just try my best to bust things out, get inspiration and excitement out of things that I haven't used in a while, stuff like that. I'm gonna prime with the Sigma eyeshadow base. I'm just gonna smear this all over. And then I have this like Rare Beauty, I think this is a concealer brush, but I've been using this to blend out my eyeshadow primer lately because I don't wanna try to fit my fingers on my lids when I have nails this long. I would love to read more. Easier said than done. That was one of my goals last year for 2022. And do you know how many books I read last year? I didn't even complete a full book. Like I'm still working on that Long Live the Pumpkin Queen book. I just do not give myself time to read, and really I don't have the time to read consistently. I want to find the time though, I really do. It just goes back to there's only so many hours in the day and it's so hard to fit it all in. I want to try though. I want to try to at least read like, gosh, like 6 books, like 1 book every other month. Like I feel like maybe I can manage that, but we'll see. That's probably the lowest on my list, honestly, but I do want to try to read more and enjoy books and things like that. I used to read a lot. I loved reading back in like middle school and high school, but ever since reaching adulthood, it's like life took over and I simply can't. Okay, I don't know what I want to do. I know I'm going to do kind of a two-tone thing with my singles. I mentioned it in my swatch party, but I want to do something where it's like pink on one eye and blue on the other, like cotton candy kind of vibes. And I think I wanted to use some of like my smoky, cool toned neutrals to like be the base for it and almost just treat the blue and pink as kind of like a toppery front of the lid situation. Let me get some brushes together so I can figure out what I want to do. Okay, I think I know what I want to do. I think I'm mostly just gonna start with like this matte, and this one. So like light, medium, and deep. And I'm just gonna start building on that outer corner. Nothing too crazy. With my work-life balance, I'm gonna be working less Saturdays in the new year. I'm taking my medium toned brown here and just kind of packing in the outer corner and like working it through a little bit. But I'm gonna be working less Saturdays. I'm not gonna give up Saturdays entirely, at least not anytime soon. I have a pretty core group of guests that I see on Saturdays and I love them dearly. and I've been seeing them for years. So I already stopped last year seeing anyone new on Saturdays, just because I simply don't have the time for it. So now that I've kind of built into that, I'm gonna curate my Saturdays down a little bit less just so I can have more time with Zane, like do our own stuff. We only have one day off together as of right now, unless he's like off for a holiday or something. Yeah, I want to be able to work less Saturdays so I can do things like for an entire weekend, one of which being farmers markets, because there's a really good farmers market that happens in my city on Saturdays, and I always want to be able to go, but I never can. So I want to do that more, just like shop local, pick up produce and things, soaps, things like that, you know, just go to farmers markets. That's like the cutest thing ever, and I never get to do it. So I want to do that more in the new year as well. I want to make that like a ritual at least once a month on a Saturday. I'd also like to spend more time with friends. Going back to what I said earlier, I'm very much an introvert, and I also definitely deal with imposter syndrome, and I have this thing where I truly think that nobody actually wants to spend time with me and like they're doing it out of pity or something, which is such an awful mindset. But that's like truly how I feel. But I love spending time with my friends, but I'm the worst at reaching out to people because I'm just convinced they won't actually like want to hear from me. But I've been trying to get better lately at spending time with people, and I want to continue doing so. I need to not be afraid to reach out and make plans, because at the end of the day, we're all adults and we're all busy. We're all doing our own things. And just because someone isn't reaching out to me doesn't mean that they don't want to see me. It just means we're all dealing with our own stuff, you know? I just need to get over myself a little bit and be a little more assertive with it, I guess. I want to be around people that fuel my soul and make me happy. Again, maybe not like on an everyday basis, because being an introvert, I do need my alone time to recharge and feel my best self. But I do need some socialization because it does make us as humans feel good, and it's nice to just be around other people. You know, you always learn something new when you're around other people. You get to experience other people's experiences and things like that, and it's just good for us, and I want to do it more. I'm grabbing a little bit of my darkest matte now as well. Just like really deepening up this outer corner. I think this is going to be a nice look. Just kind of simple, but with a little bit of spice once I add the pops of color. I'm kind of dragging this shade like halfway across the lid as well. And then I'm just gonna work on using the previous brushes to help blend it out. The last thing I really wrote down is I want to travel more, and we already have lots of travel plans for next year, and I'm so excited. We got to travel a good amount this year, and it's been the best thing ever. That's like all I care to spend my money on nowadays is traveling more. I just want to see the world. I did not get to experience that kind of stuff growing up. I grew up pretty poor, and we just didn't get to do things like that. So I'm so happy that as an adult I can finally experience these things. I'm happy that Zane's family is a little more experienced with travel as well, so I've gotten to experience things through them, and I'm just so eternally grateful, and I just want to continue doing so. I'm gonna go back to Savannah soon, actually, because I wanted to go again. We went for the first time last year. That's an easy trip for us too, because that's drivable. But we went last year in May, and I loved it, and I want to go again when it's chilly outside, so we're gonna be doing that soon-ish. Not super soon, but it's our next trip we have going on. And then we're supposed to be going to Hawaii this year with Zane's family. Zane's dad, well, it's technically his stepdad, but he's been in his life since Zane was like 2, so it's his dad. But his dad is from Hawaii. He's actually born in the Philippines, but moved to Hawaii at a young age. So he's been loads of times, obviously, he lived there. But that's where Zane's parents got married as well. Zane's technically been there. He was like, I think 2 or 3 when they got married. But I'm really excited to see it, especially with someone who lived there, you know? I think we're gonna be going for like 2 weeks. So I'm really, really excited to do that later this year. Zane and I also have our 10-year total anniversary this summer, and I'm so excited. We booked it last year, but we're going on an Alaskan cruise, and I could not be more excited. I've been looking at the excursions and all the different things to do. I am so incredibly pumped to do that this summer. And I think we also want to go to Charleston, maybe around my birthday, because I haven't visited Charleston before, and that's also pretty drivable for us being in Florida. And I think Zane and I might also visit Colorado later this year as well. Like, we have so many cool things I want to do. Nothing European yet. Hopefully that will be 2024 for my 30th birthday. I will be 29 in 2023, which is crazy, and Zane will be 30. It's just crazy. We're like reaching the end of our 20s. I'm not mad about it though. I'm not scared to grow up. At least for me, my 20s were tough, like especially early on. being so incredibly broke, working a million jobs, trying to put myself through school and build up just everything. Starting social media, which I did not expect to turn into anything. And now we've grown into our cute little community and I love it. I recently hit 32,000 subscribers here on YouTube like a month ago and I'm so excited. Thank you so much to anyone who's really interacted with me in any way, subscribed, liked anything, commented, just simply lurked and watched. Like, I appreciate every single one of you and I'm excited to see what we do this coming year. I try not to put like numbered goals on things because to an extent, social media growth is a little out of my control. Like, all I can really do is put out the best things I can put out and be consistent and hope other people vibe with me. But for the most part, it's kind of up to the social media gods. But I'm really happy with where I'm at and just excited to see things continue to progress. I'm already loving this. There's just something about cool tone neutrals. I love them. I love cool tone neutrals. I'm gonna grab some of my NYX glitter primer before I put in some shimmers. I'm gonna just do a little tippy tap, mostly focused in the front part of my eye. I do wanna do a little bit of house stuff next year as well. I basically spent a good chunk of 2021. No, you know what? I think the Mary Jane did come out in 2021. Because I think it came out when we were moving into our house. So yeah, I think that is an older palette by definition. Regardless, I'm on a tangent now. But I didn't really do a whole lot of new house stuff last year because I did a lot of focus on that in 2021. And then this last year, 2022, was more travel focused. I do want to do a couple stuff to the house this year though. So I'm going to be using these two, Mia on one eye and Nicholas on the other, just cute little cotton candy vibes. I'm pretty happy with how our house looks. We did do a new construction home for those of you who don't know. Oh, I don't know which eye I want to be pink and what I want to be blue. I think maybe I'll do pink on this side and blue on that one. I just wanted to do a little tip tap, kind of focused in the front, and I want it just to kind of feather into the rest of my lid. I want it to be just soft and ethereal. Oh, but getting back to the house, I really want to like kind of redo our downstairs like powder bathroom just because it's so boring. Like, I've put on some shelves and like added some decor, but like it's not an exciting room. And I mean, it's just a powder bathroom. It doesn't need to be exciting, but I really want to change out that's so pretty, the little pedestal sink that it came with and just do something a little cuter. And then I really want to paint it a really dark, like foresty emerald green. I think that would be so super pretty. So I want to do that at some point. I'm just not a DIY kind of person. Like, I don't know how to do any of that stuff. So I'll just have to figure it out and get on with that. I'm pretty sure Zane's parents could help us because they redid their bathroom at one point. Ooh, this is cute, isn't it? I guess for anyone who needs to do like a trans pride eye look, this could be really fun too. It's super, super cute. I also really want to redo our like little courtyard. We don't have a big yard, which I am very happy with. I do not want a big yard at all. But I want to change it up a little bit. I kind of want to rip out all the grass and get rid of the mulch because right now it's like half mulch, half grass. And I kind of want to just put gravel down everywhere, like kind of like desert vibes with the yard just because we don't need all that grass, like at all. I was actually reading that it's not great for the environment to just have grass for no reason because then you're just using up a bunch of water for no reason. So I kind of want to do that and then just put like out a bunch of succulents and other potted plants and stuff like that. I want to get a hammock for the days that it's actually nice weather out. Nothing major, but just a little something just to kind of spice it up a little bit, you know, but I don't know if I'm gonna get around to that either because I hate yard work more than anything and I'm simply not doing it in the summer. So if I don't do it within the next like couple months, it's not gonna happen at all and I'll try again next year, but we'll see. I'd rather prioritize the powder bathroom because I rarely go outside anyway. But yeah, this is pretty much it for the look. Oh, I do need an inner corner highlight. I'm just gonna use that same Ella shade that I used on my face. Pop it in there. Ooh, yeah, that's a really pretty color. I love that kind of like white gold situation. I like this look. I think it's so pretty. Just something kind of soft, you know? Nothing too crazy. I'm actually gonna take a little of that and like kind of dust it on my brow bone as well. But overall, bottom line is 2023, I just wanna be happy, healthy, thriving, you know? And I think I have some realistic goals that I'd like to do. Oh, I guess one thing I didn't mention, I do wanna just practice just more mindfulness, hang out more with my tarot cards, just practice more with my spirituality, get more in touch with the moon and the different phases. I actually spent some time recently and like wrote down all of the full and new moons like on my calendar so I can see them when they're gonna happen. So I can just plan to like just spend some time those evenings and just like have some mindfulness and meditation time and just reconnect with the earth and myself and the universe and all those fun things. But I'm gonna finish up this look. I'm gonna throw on some lashes, maybe just mascara. I've been trying to embrace just mascara sometimes. I'm wearing glasses today anyways, after all this is said and done. So yeah, I'm gonna do all of that and throw on something on my lips and an eye pencil, and I'll be back when I'm complete. All right, friends, this is my final look. I hope you like it. I love how this came out. I kind of love this combination of like grungy cool tone browns with these pops of like whimsical colors. I did add a couple face crystals from Colourpop, and I just really like this whole vibe. I think it's a lot of fun. The eye pencil I ended up throwing in is nothing super exciting. It's Lattice from Colourpop, just like a creamy wet looking shade. Then on my lips, to keep with the cool tone vibe, I went with Echo Valley Lip Clay from Kaleidos. So yeah, I really hope you like this. Let's zoom out and finish up this video. Thank you so much for watching this video. Again, I really hope you like this look. I love how it came out. I was excited to play with more of those Odin's Eye singles, and I'm excited to continue playing with them. I would love to hear your goals for 2023 as well. Please feel free to leave them down below. No matter how big or small, I would just love to hear what you're hoping to accomplish this year. If you made it to the end of this video, why don't you leave some pink and blue emojis, since that's kind of the vibe we went with today. And if you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. It helps my channel out a lot. And if you're not already, you can follow me on my other socials. You can join the battybean fam. I am battybean on everything, Instagram, TikTok, and Twitter. And if you want, you can subscribe if you want to see more of my videos. I'm posting most days here as well. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll catch you in the next one. Okay, bye. So I just got eyeshadow on my cheek. Betty Jean, get it together.